Hello everyone. Cymé here. In this video I'll be showing you 10 time travel manga that you need to be reading. Before we start with the list, I'd like to ask you to subscribe and like the video because not only does that help a lot but also motivates me to make more lists for you guys. Alright then, let's go ahead and hop on into it. At number 10 we have, again. Have you ever thrown away a chance that may have changed the way your life had become? Imamura Kenichiro, who finally graduated after 3 unfulfilling years of high school. Because of his delinquent-esque looks, he was feared by his classmates, has made no friends, and his greatest regret was not joining the cheer club, which was now disbanded. After an accident on the day of his graduation, he and classmate Fujita Aki are transported 3 years back in time, freshmen again in body, but with high school memories intact. Can Imamura fix the mistakes of his past? Can he redo his high school years in the way that he's always wanted? Again, the universe suddenly shouts. The basic premise is nothing short of relatable and heartfelt. A simple story that will surely leave a powerful taste behind. Not powerful in the sense that it will change your life forever. After all, again, is not a story of changes. It's a story of second chances and the ability to achieve what you desire despite everyday problems. At number 9 we have Drifters, an isekai series from the creator of Hellsing. The story of Drifters begins during Japan's Sengoku period, 1467 to 1600, a time of constant warring between the island states. A samurai on the verge of death suddenly finds himself thrown into another fantastic world alongside important military figures from history. It's time to battle in a brand new world war. As you can guess, war plays a huge part in this series. A historical characters clash in a new world that has been overrun by humans. The author shows the chaos and insanity of the characters with a unique art style. The art is very well done with thick lines and dark backgrounds that match the atmosphere of a time of war and darkness. The author also does a good job leaving room for speculation between the relationship of characters and their own history. If you like OP characters, unique art, and a dark storyline, then Drifters is for you. At number 8 we have Steins Gate. The story of Steins Gate takes place in Akihabara and is about a group of friends who have managed to customize their microwave into a device that can send text messages to the past. As they perform different experiments, an organization named CERN, who has been doing their own research on time travel, tracks them down, and now the characters have to find a way to avoid being captured by them. I really recommend you watch the anime first because the manga feels like a very short version of the anime. The art style was much better than I expected, very beautifully drawn with such intricate designs. I always enjoy that incorporated the element of time into the mix, so I enjoyed that part of it very much too. It felt so realistic. The characters are all very different in their own way and somehow test each other to their limits. At number 7 we have Erased. This manga is about a strange phenomenon where one is transferred back to the moment right before something life-threatening. This continues to happen until the cause of the threat is erased. It is as if somebody is forcing Satoru to stop it from happening. Then one day, everything is changed. What truths are revealed when Satoru comes face to face with his own past? How will they affect his future? This manga is one of those rare gems that you sometimes stumble across. Although the panels are very clean, almost to the point of being bare, the author managed to keep the speed in the story without relying on dazzling effects. It is the dialogue that cuts into you like a sharp razor. Unlike in other mysteries, I cannot find any fault with the protagonist for not figuring it out earlier. There is a reason, a very human reason for him not making the connection. Because it hurts to be betrayed by those that you look up to. I would recommend it to anyone. Especially to those unsatisfied with the way anime ended. At number 6 we have Sengoku Kamachi Kurotan. This one is about a girl who time slipped into the Sengoku era. It was an abrupt enough event to be dubbed God's whim, done to sate hellish boredom. The girl has no power to change the world. She was a very ordinary, common, and plain girl that can be found anywhere. And that girl can do no more than a single thing: survive the Sengoku era, that's all. A time where hunger, famine, and war over unification of Japan was active. Luckily, she studied agriculture and history and uses her knowledge to advance civilization. At its core, it's a unique and engaging story about a nerdy girl overcoming expectations and making the best of her situation. In a word, I describe the manga as heartwarming or wholesome. If you wish to try something new, please consider this manga. I highly recommend you try even the first chapter of this hidden gem. You won't be disappointed. At number 5 we have Taiga of Genesis. A story of a young man who lacks a sense of reality after being dumped by his lover. He was visiting a seminar on cultural anthropology with his fellow classmates when he discovers an ancient wall painting which transports him to the past where mammoths dominated the world. Around 40,000 years in the past. The art is definitely not the best you'll see, but it's quite good. You can tell what's going on, and the characters have a unique design. Overall, it's nothing special, but it gets the job done. This manga is very enjoyable. There are some really cool moments. The main character is likable, as are the side characters, and there is also fun facts about animals and the time period it takes place in, so you are also gaining knowledge. I think it is a good read and you should give it a try. At the beginning, some of you might find it boring, but it gets interesting quite fast. At number 4 we have Summertime Rendering. This manga is about Shinpei, who returns back to his hometown to attend his sister and friend's funeral. Things seem to be going fine until the next day, where he sees something that shouldn't exist. Taking a step back, Shinpei becomes convinced there must be another explanation. Dangerous entities roam among the islanders, and a vision of deceased Ushio asks him to save Mio as her final request. He is certain that something is afoot, and Ushio's death is only a piece of the puzzle. There are so many plot twists and jump scares that make me wonder at times about what's going on. Yet, everything fits perfectly. Obviously, the author has definitely taken a ton of time to set up this well-planned story. This thriller-ish manga has one of the best stories out there. Even during the fighting scenes, we can see that the author definitely took his time to draw out the realness of what if the character smashed the floor, or the effect of what if the character uses a hammer and smash on another person's body. At number 3 we have Re:Zero. Suddenly a high school student, Natsuki Subaru, has been summoned to another world on the way back from the convenience store. With the biggest crisis of his life being summoned to another world and no sign of the one who summoned him, things become worse when he is attacked. But when he is saved by a mysterious silver-haired girl with a fairy cat, Subaru cooperates with the girl to return the favor. When they finally manage to get a clue, Subaru and the girl are attacked and killed by someone. Subaru then awakens in the place he was summoned and notices the ability he gained returns by death, a helpless boy that only has the ability to rewind time by dying. And beyond the despair, can he save the girl from the fate of death? Anyone hoping for something quickly gratifying will not find it with Re:Zero. The story is very slow to progress. You may get impatient and you may facepalm in disgust, but there are real consequences for the protagonist's personality failures, and like anyone who grapples with their own shortcomings, he will struggle and adjust in order to continue on for himself and the people he cares for. For number 2 we have All You Need Is Kill. Since the alien Gitai invaded the Earth, the humankind has been retreating. Now that Japan is almost surrounded by the Gitai, Kiji is just one of many new recruits forced into a suit of battle armor and sent out to kill aliens. On a joint mission with the US Special Force led by Rita, known as the Queen of the War, he dies on the battlefield, only to find himself reborn. After 4 times of death, he realizes that he has to win the battle to get out of the loop. I'd like to mention that the artwork is absolutely top-notch. Every panel has a painstaking amount of detail, from the character designs, to the suits, to the environments. People who don't enjoy gore should avoid this, as the artwork is very detailed. I'd recommend this for people who like sci-fi or heart-pounding action sequences. If you find yourself with nothing to do, this manga won't leave you asking for your time back. For number 1 we have Tokyo Revengers. This manga is about Takemichi, a 26-year-old unemployed virgin who learns that the girl he dated in middle school, the only girl he ever dated, has died. Then, after an accident, he finds himself in a time leap back to his middle school years. He vows to change the future and save the girl, and to do that he aims to rise to the top of the Kanto region's most brutal delinquent gang. You could say that this manga is the combination of the delinquent genre and the concept of time travel, all in one. An unlikely combo which end up working beautifully. It is also about friendship, total bromanship, and the thick ties that connect these guys that go through fights and hardship together. Don't just read the manga synopsis and decide not to read this, it is much deeper than it so implies. You don't read stories like this because of their groundbreaking qualities, you read them because they can be so much fun. I heard this manga is getting an anime next year. I look forward to the next wave of fans who will discover Tokyo Revengers. I really hope you like this list. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and feel free to share your thoughts in the comments down below. See you in the next video.